pretty much got 90% of our parts in. 54 Pontiac, reverting to a bunch of new model stuff, disc brakes, air conditioning, power steering. But this being a Pontiac of these years, they don't offer a lot of, here's your power steering kit. We're gonna be making a lot of stuff, making this work. We've got a power steering rack off a Thunderbird we're gonna be using. We're gonna be building mounts, getting it fit into the frame. We're gonna have to modify the end of the steering column. We wanna keep the stock steering column, but we've already removed steering box, which doesn't just unbolt with a clamp, I'll put it that way. It's off. Steering shaft we'll machine a piece for the end. It'll indicate that, hold that, center that up with an actual bearing, and then turn it in to a U-joint coming off of it down to the power rack. So we'll be making a lot of stuff for it and retaining all the stock stuff on the other half of the dash, so should work out.
This wiring harness cover, so I can get far enough into this where I can splice in a new one. That's bad, okay? Come on, ice cream. And that's how you change the ignition switch on a Sportster. With butt connectors.
This here, little safety jack stand for doing some stuff under this car, but sometimes when you buy stuff from the local disposable tool store, you gotta modify stuff. So modern problems require South Side solutions. So I'm gonna take this South Side glue gun and we're gonna put this where it'll work.
And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row.
I'm gonna take the car down there and I'm gonna have them make them put like blown Model A on my ticket so I can keep that sticker.
Where's that?
Chick-fil-A. Went there this morning before I went to the VA.
Did you go chicken biscuit?
I did.
We got a 73 Nova here, doing pretty much, restoring pretty much the whole car. We're gonna do all the sheet metal, repaint it, stuff like that. What I've done so far is, if you look inside here, I've replaced the floor pans, front, back. I've done the, if you go around the other side, you can see, follow me over here. Done the, we had to redo the whole console because they put the shifter, the factory shifter isn't there. So I had to rebuild a whole entire new console over the car. Did that, new front, back. We put new full quarters on the driver's side, passenger side. Right now I'm fitting the fender because I pulled the rocker on the passenger side yesterday and today. I'm fitting the fender on there right now because I want to make sure the rocker, all the metal lines up to the fender and the door. I'm probably going to have that primed maybe today or tomorrow, and then we can have that primed, get it all reprimed, and then maybe another week or so have it all painted.
Securing some fuel lines that were replaced that had ruptured because they were wrapped right next to the exhaust, keeping it from all the obstructions. We want it dragging on the ground, going in and out of driveways. Moral of the story is cheap work isn't good and good work isn't cheap.
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
All right, these are a couple projects we stuck to the side of our own. Thought when we didn't, maybe we weren't busy, might be able to do it. Never got to them. Maybe this winter, probably still be busy. We got this old pontoon, got this old square body, and there's actually a few other things up front. This is the rest of the boneyard. Some are customers, some are not. Some are ours.
Survey says it's hot as fuck.